Hello everybody, welcome back for another episode. And in today's episode, it's all about you guys. I need your help. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me get my questions asked and I can't wait to hear from you. So let's get into it. Okay, so what is today's episode about? So, obviously I've been doing this podcast now for about 6 months and I've loved filming it. It's something which I never really thought I would be good at, but hearing feedback from people who've listened to the episodes, I really feel like there's a potential to do more with this podcast platform than what's currently being done. And I was thinking, how can I channel my love for drag and my love for talking into one podcast that kind of isn't really about reviewing the show, that's very much just about the queens themselves. So I've decided to launch a second podcast. This second podcast is going to be called Global Glamazons. And as my largest following is on my YouTube channel, which celebrates global drag shows from all over the world, I want to bring that same concept into a podcast. And what I mean by that is the Global Glamazons podcast is going to be a weekly or maybe monthly episode based podcast where I introduce you, the listeners, to new queens from all over the world. Some of them may have been on Drag Race. Some of them may just be local queens that I've seen online and have piqued my interest. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be inviting amazing guests to come on the podcast to talk about drag, their life, queer culture, and also talk about drag from around the world. I want to get in conversation with these queens, ask them about their experiences in drag, and ask them about what an impact drag has made across the globe, either what they've witnessed or what they've been part of. And I think it's such a good idea, and it's such a simple concept at the core, but I need your help. Obviously, I'm just one person running the YouTube channel, and I'm one person running this podcast. And it's going to be just me emailing these queens, getting them on the show, figuring out all of the logistics. But I want to know from you, what questions, what comments, what queens, what franchises, what areas of the world do you want me to connect with? Is there a queen that you love who's in, Seattle or Singapore or, Sydney, wherever? Is there a queen that you love that is local to you and that you think should get more exposure? Well, if that's the case, tell me, message me, email me, leave a comment below, and I will reach out to them and see if they want to come onto the channel and we can talk about drag, talk about life, and get to know them more. I understand that this is a lot to take on, so everybody needs to be patient with me. We've got to start somewhere, and this currently is just an idea. I've secured the URL and I've secured the name, so I know that I can go ahead with the name Global Glamazons. So it's not copyrighted, it is now copyrighted by myself. I've got the clearance through Spotify, which is fantastic. And in complete transparency, I have sent out some emails to a few of my personal favourite queens from different franchises. But that doesn't mean that that's exclusive. I want to hear from you because this, again, is an extension of our community. Global Drag Shows is a community of people making drag accessible for people all over the world. Maybe you live in a rural place, maybe you have no money to attend a drag show, maybe where you live drag isn't allowed or being queer isn't allowed. I want that voice to be echoed even louder, and I want to put out even more content into the world so that you can feel part of a community, much the same as we all do on YouTube. So, like I said, I need to hear from you. Please comment below. Please tell me which queens you would like for me to reach out to, and I will try my best to make it work. I am in conversation with a couple of queens at the minute to get them onto the first couple of episodes. But like I said, we've got to find our feet with this. It's not going to be perfect right out of the gate, and there's going to be teething issues. So please be kind, please be patient, but please, please, please tell me who you want me to get on the show. I'm going to be funding this myself. I'm going to be organising it myself. So let's not be, reaching for the stars too much. Just be patient with me, and hopefully with your support, with a bit of due care and attention, and with a bit of fairy dust, we can get this podcast off the ground. So if you can be so kind, everybody, please on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your podcast, please type in Global Glamazons. Hopefully it should come up, and please give it a follow. I know we haven't yet posted any episodes, but episodes are on their way. That I promise. So please, if you can be so kind, give us a follow, get the conversation regarding this podcast moving, and who knows, maybe your queen will be on a future episode sometime soon. Thank you for listening. Lots of love. Bye.